Now then guys, thank you for joining Foot Talkers. Just want to start off by saying a massive thank you for the support we've had. Getting over 350 subscribers, creeping up towards 360, which is absolutely quality. I didn't expect it to go so high so quick. So if you're new to the channel guys, get involved, join the journey. Subscribe to the channel, leave us a comment and leave us a thumbs up. It means a hell of a lot. Hopefully the content that can get brought out for you will be decent for you, and you can keep coming back and watching it. But look guys, today's video is all about player review. It's based off, more than anything, the absolute pure luck that I had yesterday in my pack opening and getting Ryan Kent, the Rangers wizard that has just been an absolute monster in previous FIFAs, and we're hoping that he's going to be the same again this FIFA. He's currently coming in on the market. If we just have a quick nosy on Footbin, he's coming in, it's to buy just short of 900,000 coins, 880. It will drop a little bit, I imagine. I just think it's that kind of novelty factor at the minute for people desperate to get him, but I certainly think he'll drop. What I would say is, when you're looking at his top chems that people are going for, it's early days, so it's just standard, but people have gone for Deadeye, Marksman and Basic, and to be honest, they're the ones that you should look at to start with, simply because if you look at his stats as a basic, either winger, centre forward, wherever you are going to play him, you know, my idea, just so you know, is I'm going to be putting you into some gameplay from foot weekends and things like that, just to give you snippets, have a bit of a talk of what's happening, what he's good at, what he's bad at the end, and then hopefully come to a bit of a verdict to see whether or not he is worth that 880 or actually is a bargain, or actually, you know, it's a bit too expensive. But looking at his stats, guys, the one thing that everybody would be looking at is his pace is outstanding, his dribbling's fantastic, his shooting's alright, his passing's good. You don't expect his defending or his physicality to be great, but we're looking at chem stars to see what we could put onto him, and if you're looking at the map on the right hand side to see what his skill rating would be in that position, basic's decent. But what I'd be looking at doing is, I'd really want to get that reactions increased. At 76, it's a little bit, yeah. So that's the main thing that I'd be looking at doing. So that's why a lot of the time, and this is why I've gone for a Marksman. I think it's one of the best ones for him, simply because it boosts a hell of a lot of his stats up that we need it to be. His finishing goes up to 97, which is ridiculous. Long shots at 96, so we'll have a few punts at that as well. With him being a 5-star, it's just absolutely class, really. He'll be able to create some space, left foot, right foot, it doesn't matter. So yeah, the options, what I would say for you guys, if you are contemplating which chem style to go for, a Deadeye would be pretty decent, simply because it pretty much max out a lot of his shooting. His volleys are crap. Penalties are crap, but I'm sure at this stage of FIFA you've got other players in your team that can take penalties. And he's more of a dribbler than kind of like somebody that's going to run in and smash a volley in. So everything else, with that Deadeye, it maxes his short passing out, his vision goes up to 99, so that's obviously a big one. But for me, I'm concentrating on things like dribbling maxed out, reactions boosted up a little bit, ball controls nearly maxed out. Shooting wise, it's increased a lot as well, so that's what I'm going for. So in terms of his play traits, what we can see, flair play and technical dribbler. It'd be nice to have seen him having a finesse in there, or an outside of the right foot, or outside of the foot shot would have been ideal. But yeah, I'll show you just basically what I'm going to be going for in game, just so you can see whereabouts I'm looking at playing him. So 4-3-1-2, it being just behind the strikers. And then his settings as, I can't remember what I put for him, free roam, stay forward. There you go. And then the 5-2-1-2, which I probably won't play with Kent in there, but again, he's just in behind the forwards. 4-2-2-2-2-2-2-2. I've got him on the left hand side on this one, and I believe I've put him as get into the box, just so he's automatically got that direct approach at running into the box when maybe my right wing is coming down the other side. So that's a formation I'll be looking at, but this is probably the main one that I'm going to be playing, the 4-2-3-1. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to have Kent starting on that side there, and he's going to be on the left of the three. And then in game, I'm going to chop in between that side and on where Deco is as well. And then in game, I'm going to put like Robin on or Dybala, and then just see which side he's playing better at. And then just so you know, instructions on him, get into the box. Everything else is balanced. So it's all down to me playing with him, seeing what he can be good at, what he's bad at, and we'll go from there, guys. So yeah, let's jump straight into a bit of game footage. Right then, guys, so straight into a bit of game footage here. You can see he's smooth on the ball. I had him on the right hand side to start with just to see how effective he was. I found that it was a case of off the ball as well as on the ball. His movement was absolutely class. You'll know what I mean once you play with a player like a Neymar, where they're smooth on the ball. That's what it feels like. Or like the new Mertens what if card. He's another one where on the ball he just feels really good. His skill moves, obviously with 5-star, felt absolutely brilliant. He can do obviously every trick in the book. I'm just not great at the skill. But what you'll find is even when it came to like interception, tackling and stuff up top, you know, if you're an aggressive player that wants to win the ball back high up, his crossing, as you see, is really, really good. Even that, I wasn't planning on it going to him. It just auto-adjusted it to get to the right man. On ball, again, it was just something that I genuinely think that once you see him, as you'll see in a second now, he holds up, he stops play, he gets into space, tried another bit of skill, it didn't come off, but he had it, absolutely had it in his locker. I just changed him from the right side to the left side now because one of the things that he doesn't have in his traits was a finesse finish. I wanted to see what he liked. Again, a top pass across the field here. His passing's good. It's not amazing. It's good. His short passing's a lot better than his long passing. That's 100% abundantly clear. Hold up play was top tier again. As you'll see, his passing and movement was so effortless. It were ace to use because it was simple football, but it was just so easy. It really was. Another like bit here, footage where he just seemed lucky. There's certain players that you find that you'll kind of get into like tangles with players, or you'll feel like you're going to get tackled, and they'll bobble through off the ball. Watching here, edge of the area, first time, bang, finesse finish, top bins. He had it. So yeah, he doesn't have the trait of the finesse, but he's got it absolutely in his locker. Another game here. Give and go from the left hand side. I started him off this time. You'll see cheeky, nice little dink. Again, left foot, right foot, don't matter, guys. He can do anything with either foot. He's top class. And again, the truth of it is, if you're in a position where you've got a shot on left foot, right foot, is the only thing I've not tried is his outside of the foot shot. So he's obviously not got that in his traits. So there might be occasions where that could be a bit of a factor, but the other finishing, what I've certainly used with him has just been easy. A lot of the other gameplay and footage I could have shown was very similar, just dribbles, fast running, opening his legs up to get away from other defenders. And the main thing what I'd say is that he's certainly a player that you need to play in the top third of the pitch. And what I mean by that is you don't want to be, sometimes you'll see people think, oh, he might be able to use him in centre midfield at the side of a defensive midfielder. No chance. You want him either, if you're playing the 4-2-3-1, you want him either on right or left hand side. For me, that's what I do. You'll come up against him a hell of a lot, I believe, in weekend league, and he could be one of those players that's getting behind second striker at the side of a Neymar, a Ronaldo or a Lewandowski or something. He'd work very well in that respect because he'd be able to, just as you were seeing out wide, quick give and go, and there's no catching him. There really isn't. The only other player that's as fast that I've played with him is that Traore. That's how I felt. He seemed in game, and the fact that that's his base pace at 97 just tells you everything you need to know. The one thing I would say is not a negative, but you could notice it. Maybe I could say it was, if you are a finisher that likes to smash it, he's not got the most powerful shot, and his stats will show you that. And that's probably where you might want to change using a marksman like what I was using and use a Deadeye, because that would increase his stats for like power shots and things like that. Whereas what I tend to like to finish is finesse. That tends to be I'd say at least 80% of my finishes seem to be finesse finished, and the fact that he doesn't have a trait that like you think, is he gonna be a bit iffy with it? Absolutely not, top class. So yeah, he's got absolute top tier stuff, and his passing's probably like 7.5, 8, something like that. As I was saying, his long passing is good, but his short passing's a lot better. And if you can do the quick give and go passing, he's away. He will get into space, he'll create you a lot of goals, and he will score you a lot of goals as well. So if you're fortunate to have packed him, massive happy days for you. If you just get the look of playing with him in drafts and stuff, you'll know what I mean in terms of the smoothness of him, the skills, it just feels effortless. And you will also know what I mean when you come up against him, because he's going to destroy teams, and he's one of them players that if you're good at skills, he is going to be in your 100% is going to be in your team. You need to get him in there. The question, what a lot of people ask is he worth 900,000 or just short of 900,000 coins? The honest truth is I don't think so. I think it's something that at this stage in the game, yeah, he fits everything. He fits the bill of what you want from a top tier player. But is he double the price of Neymar? No. But they're obviously playing different positions, so it might not necessarily be a clear comparison. Whereas maybe you could say Robin, you know, if you got the flashback Robin card that was out on the right hand side, he's better than Robin for me, and that's saying something. He's not got a finesse shot like Robin, but I think he's got the pace and the pass and everything that Robin doesn't necessarily have. And again, if you were lucky enough and you were fought ahead and you went for that Tavernier card early days, perfect links in there. And the great thing is, if you have done what I've done, I'm fortunate to have Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back at Team of the Year. Now I've got Kent there, and I've also got Rooney in my middle, so they've all got perfect link, or they've all got that link against each other, which allows me to be able to play them all on 10 chem to start with. So yeah, see how you get on. I hope this has been of some use to you. I hope, you know, I always like to show you in-game footage so you can actually see that there are errors in game, but not necessarily everything goes perfectly smooth, but also you get to see what they're capable of. And I'd say that the finishing is top tier, the passing is brilliant, the pace is obviously electric. So give him a try if you can. But I'd say if you're short of cash, maybe wait a month, because I think he'll drop quite a bit. But look, all in all, good card. Give him a bash. I hope it's been of some use. If you like this video, please leave us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, it means a hell of a lot. But for today, guys, that's everything. Toodaloo.